Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. GMS Stop and Listen come with another lesson. Hey, we're ambassadors for this truth, man, and we're watchmen. So we continue to watch, man, the thermometer in the Urim to see what's happening and report report news that's part of this prophecy, man. Things are happening every day. This is early in the morning, I think about 3 a.m. A feed came across about an hour ago saying U.S. Embassy attacked in Iraq, I think. So, hey, things are happening, man. Wildfires are spreading already in Australia out of control. Things are happening, man. I ain't even looked at the news to see who all then got killed already on New Year's. I'm pretty sure at least 20, 25 people have been murdered already because that's the way of this land. It's wicked. Wickedness is all around, man, because it's under the rule of the wicked, okay? So let's look at this and filter things through the scriptures on this news event.
We're standing just outside of this massive, sprawling U.S. Embassy complex. You can see one of the entrances there. If I'm not mistaken, that is where you would go through if you wanted to go to consular services. The Iraqi security forces are finally on the scene, but that the protesters managed to get this far for more than 24 hours, attempt to breach the walls of the U.S. Embassy, goes to the crux of the many multifaceted challenges that Iraq faces. Supporters and members of what is known as the Popular Mobilization Force, the PMF, they are the ones that were part of this protest. These are not ordinary protesters. The PMF came together as a response during the fight against ISIS, and they have continued to be extremely powerful. The message here obviously is very clear. Many fighters that make up the PMF gained the bulk of their experience actually fighting the Americans during the U.S. occupation of Iraq. They have historic, long-standing ties to Iran, with training, funding, and weapons coming from there. In today's Iraq, they're ostensibly under the umbrella of the Iraqi security forces, and the Iraqi government views the U.S. airstrike against one of these groups, Kata'ib Hezbollah, as a violation of its sovereignty and an attack on its own forces, amid rising questions of, was the Iraqi government really helpless to stop this, or simply unwilling? Iraq's Minister of Interior on the scene claimed that it took them a while to spin up their forces. And the situation has only just barely begun to get under control with the withdrawal of these protesters right now. But as the spokesperson for Kata'ib Hezbollah, the group that was the target of the U.S. strike, said, they left because they gave America their message. At dusk, U.S. security personnel began removing the flags into various groups, each which also has a powerful political party within parliament. A tenuous calm for now, but power struggles within Iraq and the proxy battle between Washington and Tehran are all far from over.
See, everything is far from over. So it's like a pipe that's about to bust, man. It's all going to culminate to World War III, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is playing these people like a puppet, man. And he controls the thoughts of men. He's going to control these men. He's going to put it in their basically like in their conscious program. You read in Job 33 to come to war. He's going to put thoughts in their mind, pursuing Ezekiel 38, okay? To come to fight, to bring to this World War III. And when World War III comes, that is the salvation of Israel and the destruction of the society known as the Edomites, man. Okay, this is Jeremiah 46:6. Order ye the buckler and shield and draw near to battle. It says harness the horses and get up, right? It says ye horsemen and stand forth, okay? With helmets, furbished spears, and put on your brigadines, put on your armor, man. Sharpen your swords, man. Stand in your positions. They said that they were supported by Iran with different weapons and training that they had fought already against America, man. So everything is leading up to this Third World War. Okay, let me get the book of Joel. Let me get Joel 3:9. It says, prepare ye among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let the men of war draw near and let them come up. Okay, so these men are preparing for war. Also, the men of the nation of Esau, the U.S., you have to prepare for war also. You have to make sure everything, your equipment is in all operating procedure, man, to prepare so you can go to war to try to be successful. But you won't. It tells you that you're going to go to the land of Harmageddon in Revelations, right? I think 16. And pursuing to 2 Ezra 13, you're going to try to fight against Yahweh Shai and his angels when they come, and you will be destroyed, okay? It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say that I am strong. Okay, these countries have this capability. They have missile-guided systems, missile launchers. They have weaponry now. They have thermonuclear weapons, and they're ready to fight, man. They're not afraid anymore. They used to be agriculture countries, and now they're war-torn countries, okay? They're ready to go to battle with that great war enemy. And they all look at Esau as the devil, man, okay? Why? Because this Revelation 17 and 2. It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been drunk with the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right? You believed in her philosophies and laid in a bed and believed in her rhetoric and what she told you. You had, before they were war torn, they had these wars, and then they had these private contractors going in there. They was telling them they was going to rebuild a society. They had everybody buying currency. You could buy $1 million worth of currency for like $730 at that time. And that currency hasn't turned over. So all the things they promised, they haven't turned it over yet. But yet they're in that land setting up, remember when we were there, they were setting oil rigs up. Okay, bringing those big oil rigs in. So America's in there in different places pumping oil in these people's land, And these people are not benefiting from it. They've bit the philosophy and believe in the lies, man. And guess what? Believing in those lies, Jeremiah 51 and 7. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup, right? In the Lord's hand, they have made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, and therefore they are mad. These people are angry, man, because they're coming in there, they're assassinating their people, putting hits on them, and just turn the country up, man. Everywhere they go, it tells you in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter, man. They don't stay at home. They're satisfied with blood. Every country they go into is war torn, and it's bloodshed of the original inhabitants of the land, man. So yeah, this devil, you have a bad track record with the people, man. They're mad, okay? So that's why you see these protests going on, this fighting. People are preparing to go to war with you. So with that, I just reporting on the news that we see through the thumb and the Urim. All praise, honor, and glory be to the Heavenly Father, and Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. It's GMS Doctrine.